And let's see. Cool. Hopefully everybody can hear me. That's the first question. I got some music going this time. Let me know if it's too loud. I think I got everything rolling here. Okay, so I think I'm live on a few things right now. So if you see me, you see me. If you don't, well, looks like I got some fixing to do on my on my little music scroll. That's all right. Okay, 1 second while I grab my little tablet. Okay, here we go. Tablet's down here, so I'm going to be looking down. Unfortunately, some of this time here, but we'll get there. And I think I have all my chats working, so if everybody's chatting, welcome. If you can't hear, that's fine. I'll be on my own stuff here as well. So there we go. Awesome. Thanks for joining. We're going to see here. This thing likes to flicker in and out of existence on me, so let's get this drawing. Looks like it's working. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, so this is the little dog. Hit the power button. Okay. As you can see, we got Odie here, and now we're going to actually start working on creating a new layer. You might see some of this, but not all of it. We're going to create a new layer. And what I'm going to do, that's a copy. I'm going to new layer altogether. Let's turn that off. And I'm going to find my brush. My brush is right here, so you can see what I'm doing. Right? Actually drawing on here. And I can see this way. Awesome. I think my microphone setup right now is problematic for me, but let me move this back. I think my levels will stay pretty good. I can't work on both. There we go. Thanks for joining. So I'm gonna start drawing on this guy. Let me know if you can hear me. Go ahead and send chat. I had some audio issues. I tested everything, should be rolling. And I got some tunes, some royalty-free tunes here as well. So let's see how that rolls. Everything is being a little finicky. That's what happens when you are working on stuff till the last minute. Okay. Got some viewers here. My tablet is just acting up on me. Keeps turning on and off. I don't know why. Okay, 1 second. One more time. Tyler. Excellent. Thanks, man. This is me live on. Yeah, I can see it. I can see your chat too. Believe it or not, inside OBS. Check this connection here. There's something causing me grief. For no reason. I don't know why. Causing me any grief. Okay, let's see. Well, power. There we go. Welcome to a sketchy start for the sketch. If that makes sense, right? Okay, you can see I got some scribbles on there. There we go. Power mode. See, I can see the monitor just isn't showing up. The tablet is actually working, but it's not doing what I want to do. Okay, so I don't need that. We're going to turn up this. I don't know why my tablet's all funky, so we'll see that. Let's go. I don't need this docked anymore. Love your little faces. over there. It's funny. Like the tablet is working. It's just not showing me. I can actually see on screen typically, but right now it doesn't want to let me. Okay, so we'll do this way, I guess. Let's see how this works. So we're gonna do the size down. Go back to my brush, or actually I need my layer back. Okay. Let's see what thickness is that. That's pretty small. It's like the opacity. Is it 100%? It's like we just need to make this a little more intense so I can see. Right? Oh, there we go. Now I can see. It's a little too. It's a little too much. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's about right. I'm just gonna do some sketching here now to draw on top. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Got this ready to roll. Okay, so here's the dog. There's his face. Let's start there. This is a new app, painting app that I picked up. Photoshop is what I'm used to, and I was using Painter for a long time. And Painter just kind of putzed out on me and was a little more than I needed for what I was doing. So, one thing you have to say is once I zone out, I might be quiet. That's why I got music for you to listen to, hopefully, while I zone out every once in a while. Keep you rolling. Thanks for joining, Nalia. So, if you haven't seen my stuff, certainly on my website, you can see what my paintings typically look like. And this is kind of what we're going to go with. We're actually taking this design and kind of blasting it out in my style. So this is my next step where I kind of go through and I really trace over a subject, or sometimes it's not always a subject. I don't always do things like this. This was wife inspired. She thought it was something we should be doing. So no worries, man. Thanks for even showing up. It's awesome. Good time. Mr. Tyler talking over there on TikTok. Okay, so and if I'm smart enough, there we go. Okay. Here we go. And I had my rotation set up. Let's see. Oh, that's layers. That's pan. Can't remember what I had a bunch of shortcut keys set up. Of course, I don't know what they are anymore. It's been a while. So let's actually see what, because I can rotate the canvas, and I thought I had it set up on my pen to do that with a certain key combination. Oh, was it my mouse here? I have a couple different things. No, I might have to. You know what? My mouse software might have to actually. Sorry, all those sketching. I'm just trying to figure out my shortcut keys. Spin a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go through here. Just get some of this outline going here. And this phase itself, because this is just Odie and I have Luna next to. This will be a whole nother couple steps, because I just kind of rough it out right now, and then I go back in and straighten out the lines, add more lines, subtract a bunch of lines, and really try to blend things together as it goes. So I do that line work first to really try to figure out how I want this to roll, because there's this. Odie's a tough one. He's got very long hair. We're not going to be making him fully with his hair. not in what I typically do. I am going to try to get some of that in it because it certainly would be. I mean, it's certainly part of him, and especially if you look at his chest hair. Like his chest hair is nuts. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Okay. Awesome. I don't need this piece. Oh, look at that. The eraser doesn't erase. Oh, it does. It was erasing the wrong layer. Oh, have I been painting on the wrong one? Yeah, sweet. I've been painting on the wrong layer. Oh, well, whatever. I should probably. I'll fix that later. I don't know how it switched. I don't know if folks on stream can hear the music, but I'm listening to the same stuff right now. I might switch over to Spotify and get my own playlist. That would just be in my headset. You guys won't be able to hear that stuff. Unfortunately, royalties and licensing and all that stuff is a big deal. Oh, where's my pen? There we go. Awesome. Oh, you can hear the tunes. Awesome. Thanks for updating. I'm getting a lot of join messages. I just thought I might turn that off my own chat. Signal's not great. Imagine that. I don't know. Does anybody? This is my dog Odie. His long-haired Dachshund. He is our. Oh, through our lifetime, he's our fifth dog, our fifth Dachshund, and we always get these long-hair guys. You can see his. Oh, look at puppy dog. Just. So there's lots of hair on this guy. He is just over a year old. He's in his kennel sleeping right now. He has been known to show up on stream, whether that's just vocal. The wife brings him in every once in a while and get some hugs. He's a little antsy sometimes here. So this is just a rough sketching, rough outline, not really paying attention too much. But what I am paying attention to is just some of these main curves and shapes that start making up this dude. I want to capture, right? Because I want to keep him. I always say it's the essence of him. I definitely want to keep the essence of him throughout this thing. But he will disappear. Yeah, man. Thanks. It's a good time. And so, of course, it's all everybody will see him differently. Even in this photo, as you're watching, I see things that you're seeing differently. It's just how people see, right? So, and that's the beauty of art stuff, is to try to match those visions a little bit, but the uniqueness of all this is part of it. So I'm going to fill that in. And I got to figure out what lines I didn't have because I like to turn this off. It looks like I'm missing eyes, ear stuff. So I get for painting on the wrong layer. I could undo it all, but come on. I started it. Just keep going. I'll have to go through my music section again and see what else is out there. I haven't listened to this stuff in a little while. Okay, so I have some loose cables because it seems to be. It's kind of fun. I really do like having multiple views of this scene because I usually like to get up and look around and take a break and see what I'm drawing. And then, all these extra cameras and stuff, I can see things in. It gives me that already, which is nice. I can just kind of glance over to my other monitor. My headphones are not. I can't hear my music anymore because my headphones decided to shut off. I don't understand. I'm listening to my headphones, right? And it just decides that, hey, you're not listening. I'm going to turn off. And they just shut off on me, which is no big deal. My mic is through a different thing here. I wonder if I just do Spotify. Actually, I have a playlist that I like. It's called Massive Mellow. I've been curating it over a little while. It's all EDM music, but it's like mellow music, but with a beat that just kind of get me into a zone. So that's what I'm gonna try right now here. Find my playlist, and then maybe my headphones won't shut off anymore. There it is. Let's play. There it is. Okay, awesome. And now let's go. Done. Awesome. So now I can't hear your music, but I can hear mine, and hopefully this won't shut off on me. Okay, so where am I at? There's my thing. I do have a Spotify playlist thing, so you can see what I'm listening to on Spotify, but you know, who really cares, right? It's fun EDM stuff. Last stream, I think I streamed the whole time and nobody could hear me. It was only on Twitch that time because I didn't have multi-streams figured out. So I think I got it figured out. This is the first time doing this kind of everywhere. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I focused on that stuff mainly this week, and I didn't. And now next time I need to figure out comfortable spaces that are away for me to work because my tools aren't quite up to speed here. Okay, what I wanted to do. Let me open. Well, I suppose you can't see it. I turned that off. So I do have a different picture reference of Odie. Like here, I went into Photoshop and I stretched them out, so you can kind of see all these weird lines and stuff. This is where artistic license is going to come into play because I know we kind of want him to he has a big barrel chest, right? So his big barrel chest is going to kind of come through here and do something more like this, right? So we'll see once I modify that. It's going to be interesting because I don't want to do too much of this on him because I don't want to be bunched up because what I'm going to do, zoom out, if I show you, nope, all the new ones that have started here. So this is kind of what's going on. I photoshopped my dog here to be doing this kind of pose. He goes off the screen and his middle of his body is over here, right? And then his back end kind of ends up over here. So those of you that haven't seen, this is what I'm planning to do. So I'm just now sketching out this bottom piece. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to make the middle interesting because right now it's not very interesting. And then have to go to the top. And then I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of extra bits too, like, with his feet here. I want to exaggerate his feet a little bit. So they're a little bit bigger just because he's a funny looking dude. So we'll get his feet kind of exaggerated a little bit. But then, and his tail is kind of covering his parts there, and so we're going to move his tail. I think his tail is going to come up over this way a little bit. And so I'll have to figure out how to do. Oh, he's got his tail is like 8 inches long, or the hair on his tail is. So we'll do something kind of like that. fix his tail, and then his feet here. I can exaggerate his feet size, his foot size. There we go. Get that going there. So we'll do something like that for his feet. And then there's gaps over here, right? So then like I'm gonna incorporate some of these lines that are coming off here. This is gonna start. This over here is his belly coming down, right? So his belly's gonna come down over here. Right here. There's not as much negative space as I thought. Just but right in here will be another one, so we're gonna have to do something like some kind of extra lines over here. This hair, oh, that'll be fun because his hair is coming off this way, so you can kind of extend his hair this way. Something down along those lines. We'll have another curve down over here. And then his back. Okay, so this is where rotating the canvas would be nice. I had that as a shortcut key. Nope. Oh, let's undo. No. Well, I'll figure that out. Don't need to watch me learning. And I lost my size, went back to 80. What size was that? That's too small. Now my Spotify's a little too loud. Oh, there, I can hear myself. Good deal. Back to 19, is that the right size? Okay, close enough. Close enough. Okay, we'll do this. And here. Okay, so then this empty space here, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with this. And figure something out because I'm seeing. Okay. Trying to get ideas. These aren't obviously final lines or anything. They will be. These are all ideas. And to get his hair in here, so his shoulder, you can see part of his shoulder here. Just make sure to get that because that's a big part of his arm movement. I was going to exaggerate these arms too, so this. He's such a weirdo. Let's see. I photoshopped that in, but I don't have his real photo. Actually, I'm going to pull up his photo that I've been working off of. And I'll add it to the stream here soon. As I figure that out. I gotta look for it. Projects, right? This is a new project. This is art project. And this is what I call the Long Dog series. Or Long Dog something or other, right? And his, where is his photo? Crazy Odie. can see him. Right now. What do you got, man? What do you got here? You are a crazy boy. So we're gonna do. Because then this chest, this is his rib cage, right? So his rib cage will be coming down over here. And up into here. In a way. To some degree. And then it's got big ribs, so we're gonna kind of mess with that a little bit. Alright. Okay, awesome. There's Honey Bear, Christopher. Nice to see you. Showing up. I got this TikTok thing to work, I think. Working on it. And let's make sure people can see that. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right here. I have my gain on my mic. My mic is a little further away now since I had to rearrange my stuff. Oh, I look down and I can see my Wacom tablet working. I have, thanks, finally. Okay, but now, see, his shoulder, his kind of armpit is over here. Oh, nice. Tyler's a good boy. Getting at Harbor Freights. That's oh, we have one down here. That's like a part store, right? Or yeah, if I remember right. It's a big deal that it opened up over here in a neighborhood. It's good stuff. But it's fun because you watch Tyler so much, I'm sure, and you know he has a slightly different method, right? He's a whole different kind of artist. His stuff is awesome. If he's here, I don't know. I think he's been in and out, but like his style is just different. It's fun watching him too, and you know, so it's like, yeah, I'm a different beast, or maybe the same beast but different sort. I don't know what I want to say. Okay, so I see this line here for whatever reason. Okay, let's see what lines am I missing. Actually, can I do a new add fill layer? Color white. It'll be easier to see when I turn that off if I have a fill back there. Okay, so there we go. So you can see how ugly that is, right? And I'm just going in and yeah, tools for less. That's right. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so then I have to go in here. 300-pound torque. Sounds like a lot. What you gonna need all that torque for? Something big, that's my guess. But anyway, so we're gonna do. Where's my eraser? Gotta figure out. There's my eraser. Okay. Let's turn Odie back on. This is more interesting. Wheel hub assembly. That sounds very mechanical. My brothers and my father would get it. We were always the mechanics of the house. I was the kid on the computer in the basement while they were out messing with the cars. That's good or bad. Just different. And his feet. Because I want to exaggerate these feet. I want to get them because they're fun. His little paws just folded over. He sleeps like this all the time. Oh, nice. Let's see, what have I done? I've done some mechanical things to vehicles. What have I done? I've replaced alternators. Did that a while ago. I had to do that multiple times. The wife's car. That wasn't fun. Yeah, exactly. Well, and I mean, and if it's a buddy, you're also gonna, you don't want to mess that up. So work? Yeah, alternators, not fun. Let's see, we're gonna pop his paw out more like this. And we're gonna do this. And I think the biggest part of that is that the way he does it. So the angles and the way of the curves matter, right? It's not just a line to match. You kind of have to. That's why I like doing this stuff. It's really about finding the right line, the most efficient line to convey the curvature and the actual shape that I'm looking for. You know, and that's kind of what I'm doing all the time. Maybe it doesn't look like it, but that's what I'm going. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Erasing. And okay, so this guy has his paw up here too. So let's put the paw right here. Make it a little bit bigger. This hair strand is kind of fun. Let's see what we do with that. Okay, paw, and then let's give that a little curve. And do that. So we got that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's see. What does he? Yeah, that'll help. That'll help. Okay, we're starting there. Okay, that's good. I might break up that line, this part on his back here a little bit later as we progress, but I think I'm fine with how that bottom half looks. It's got that. I think this one's going to be a challenge. This whole long piece of his body. How do you make that long and keep it interesting? Because what I'm seeing here, and this is why I did the Photoshop thing, I'm seeing his. Let's see if I get that over there. I'm seeing his stomach in this photo. It might not be easy to see, but his tummy's kind of right in here. Right? If I could rotate this canvas. How do I rotate the canvas? Wraparound mode. Come on, rotate canvas. Tools. Nope. Window. Nope. Edit. I don't see. Wow, that's no fun. It's somewhere in here. I've done it before. Reload original. Oh, that's what that is. Reloaded preset. That's why I was messing my stuff up earlier. Helps if you actually pay attention. Oh, look at that. Okay, it's down over there. Okay, I see it now. I found it. I'm left-handed, so drawing, like I have, in order to draw straight lines sometimes, or even curves, I have to be at the right angle. Just like turning the paper on the desk, you know? Canvas has to rotate. So we'll see. And then this is kind of, the photo is actually part of his rib cage that we had from before. But we're just gonna have to just get some in here and see what it looks like. Fix it afterwards. So he's got a hip that comes in here. Right, and then this is his. No, this is the kind of inside of his hip. May or may not stay that way. Awesome. Okay, so now we got Now, his hair in here is still kind of a mess, right? He does have long hair, but this is stretched with the photo, so it's not exactly representative of what I want. Okay, let's rotate this back. Okay, there's his long body. It may not actually need much. If I zoom out, if it will let me. I don't know. Oh, okay. So look at this. Turn him off. If I do enough lines down in here, if I do enough stuff here, and then yeah, if I can use those lines to help break that up. It looks really bad. I hate the way this looks. Always this little bit, but you can see his feet right there already. Okay, good deal. Now refine. Let's go back up here. And over here, let's go. His tail actually isn't so bad. Oh man, there we go. I thought my lock was working. Looking down on my Lockham tablet. This is the only place I have it right now. His tail would come up. So he's got a big. Something like that. Comes in. It's got a meaty little thigh. And then look at this big meaty thigh down here. Thank you. It's easier to draw when the tablet is working. Oh man, it's so much easier. Okay, now if you can't really tell, but this is a big thigh here. I always joke around with the wife that if, these guys, if it came to it, and we had to, never would want to, right? But they wouldn't be very good big meals. They wouldn't last very long, would they? These guys, if you catch my drift. Let's see. So now I'm going to go back over here. See, I kind of go back and forth with it, defining this little private here. We'll just do something for now that isn't obvious necessarily, just to have it in there. And then go back and something, right? I mean, we can always, it's part of the anatomy. That's all there is to it. Okay, so let's Tamika. Luna has this too. Oh, where's my, I'm gonna erase. Luna has this tummy as well. That's in her photo that we just did. So I'm gonna do this and add his tummy in there. It might actually go more like this. Exaggeration a little bit, and then we're gonna come back around over here. Awesome. Then let's take some more erasing here. Now that I'm used to looking at it, I'll just go back up here. Making some of this up just because my Photoshop job was really just to kind of get his proportions correct, not necessarily work out any extra bits. Okay, so what is that? added a tummy. Let's see. Okay, that's not too bad. That'll work. I don't know. Let's see. Zoom out so you can see it all. Okay, fine. I'll turn my logo off for a second. Yeah, I was doing something fun. Awesome. Again, good stuff. Good stuff. Put it back on. Getting somewhere. That's what we're trying to do, right? Okay. That's rough part number one. Now, let's see. One more time. One more look at it. So I think what I want to do, since his foot is bigger, I think I should exaggerate this hip a little bit. This thigh, let's come over here. And I always draw in like a blue color. I don't know why when I'm sketching, because it just seems less final, and I can always just keep editing it. I don't know why. It's just something I picked up in college. I think animators did it. I think it was like an animation thing where they would do the cyan pencil and sketch out, and then they'd go back over it with a darker pencil, darker color. I just kind of picked up on that habit for just sketching, drawing, all my other stuff. So it's kind of fun that way. Okay, so his belly, I think because he's on his back, I think we'd get a little extra bit here. Not much. Just a little more pudge. That's what we're going for. Erase. I must have a bad connection in my. I got so many bad connections I gotta fix. Hopefully you're not seeing all my screens blink out, come back, especially this welcome tablet. So I'm back to looking at this way. Okay, there's him. You can see we just added a little bit extra to fix that piece. Give him a little more character in that back side, right? I could exaggerate his tummy a little bit more. But now, this middle is going to be interesting because you kind of have to try to make it make sense, right? Okay, that means his chest here is a little off. Do I make that? I think that's what I do. Let's try that. I'm going to take his chest out this way. Erasing. So let's make this feel a little bit better because it comes in here. And I think we can continue it this way, so then we can have his rib cage happen here, right? In a way. That's not the best, but that's what I'm talking about. So let's rotate this so I can actually make it work a little bit better. Okay, so which means all this is extra that I don't want right now. Let's see. Alright, now let's make this brush a little bit bigger so we can erase faster. Okay. Thin up that line. So then that's really good now. Let's go over here. So, actually, at the wrong angle. I need to go the other way. There we go. It was around 20, right? Somewhere in there. Of course, no. Not too crazy. Okay, the eraser should be able to have a different size than the brush. That's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna do this. What feels right? There, something like this, a little bit longer. Okay, so then we can kind of do this. And erase some more. Now, if you're watching, I have a on TikTok. I'm live on Twitch as well as YouTube right now. So there's bigger screens to be had if you wanted to look at something a little bit bigger. Um, there's that. Chad is working on all of them, so if you feel free to comment, feel free to criticize. I certainly am open to insight and constructive criticism. It's the best thing I love. It's one of the things I learned in college. I didn't like it at first. You had to get up in front of everybody and say, okay, this is why I did it, and this is what I'm doing. And then you had to get critiqued, and people, not only the teacher, but then the students could also, say, well, it works, but maybe it could be this, and vice versa. And it was intimidating at first, but then I realized that's how you get better. That's how you learn. No, there's a balance, right? You don't always want to take everybody's critique, and if you have your own style and you have your confidence in your own ways, there is value in that, obviously, and that's something that you want to have. Strengthen your own vision, but also an openness to take criticism, because there's nothing wrong with applying those fixes if they really make sense. Okay, close here. Okay, so that's the middle. It's a little bit cleaned up. Let's straighten that out. It's not quite right, but it's something, right? So I can see something in that. Okay, so now let's start working on his face a little bit better. Start cleaning that up, because it's not very fun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go back and forth on what I have. My shoulders there. Okay, so what I like, one thing I learned back too is like finding where that tension is and making those lines more dominant. So I see like this shoulder bit right here where he's got this kink. And that's only because of his fur, right? So we don't necessarily need, so we can kind of do this. Break that up. Come across here. And erase. Okay. trying to transfer the lines that I painted on the actual image by accident. Get them on my layer that I like to turn on and off. Okay, let's see. This one. Get that added here. Then that's what I like to do next. I'll turn all reference of him off, and then just start pulling shapes out. Okay. And my headphones shut off again. I'm listening to Spotify. They just give up after a while for some stupid reason. Okay. It's just to eyes. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, so since I have this now do I go in with my? Yep. Okay. Another layer. Now this layer will be the next step, right? So okay, let's save this first, right? File, save. It's probably been a while. I don't think I've saved it. I don't want to save it as a JPEG, then save it as what you want. Also save your image as a file. Yeah. Weird. Save as. One more time here. I'm using Krita. Is that how you, I don't know how you say it. Krita, CRA documents. Okay. I don't know if anybody's ever used that one. I kind of like it. It's got enough just to keep things interesting. Okay, so now I'm gonna change my color to black. Because now I want to start refining, and my size, I'm probably gonna go down in pencil size a little bit, not quite half, close to half. And here's where I'm gonna use my tablet. Let's see if I can get my tablet where I want it this time. Which is kind of on my desk instead of on my lap. That's a little better. Okay, so here's what we do. We start. This is where I start being a little more careful. I'm trying to define my lines better. Why does it think I'm on? Oh, because I'm sitting in my space bar. Duh. Okay. I'm probably gonna go a little smaller. Opacity is 100%. Is this pressure sensitive? Yeah, mostly. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, this is where I start deciding what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep as far as lines, right? So like I'm going to give the hint of the nostril here on this side. Not entirely. And maybe a hint this. Okay, let's some of that. No, his face. pretend all these little nuances. TikTok wants me to verify I'm still going. Gotta do a little puzzle game. Okay, I'm still there. That's funny. You pick it. Okay, so what I'm saying is these lines, I'm trying to be a little more careful with these lines. It's almost like I'm doing graphite pencil stuff that I used to do. I know full well that these lines don't transfer to the final painting. I mean, they do, literally, but they don't. They show up as subtle as what I'm trying to convey here, but it helps guide my curve directions. This stupid screen keeps turning off on me. What is your problem, Tim? It doesn't like what's going on with it. So, eyes. Eyes are interesting because obviously it was a little too rough, I think. So let's go get some more detail in those eyes. So a lot of it will be erased out and done differently, but crazy that it would be. Look at this crazy eyebrow. He uses those eyebrows like a champ to get his way. And he does a pretty good job. You're pretty good at giving him. Okay, so now if I go back to this. Crazy nut. Okay, so and then I painted the blue on this layer. Are you serious? Wow. Layer management, man. Terrible. Okay. Get rid of the blue later. Wow. No problem. instinct was to do this. I don't know why. It's just what feels right for that part. Those are the lines that were on the one below this one. Okay. That's where my confusion came from. This ear over here. Sweet. I just saw that Wacom came out with new Cintiqs. And they look nice. They're not coming out yet. You can get them for pre-order. But mine works just fine for now. So give me one. I'll certainly talk them up. I haven't used them my entire life. I've loved them for a long time. Even went in to try to figure out how they pronounce it, right? Like I was trying to figure out it's a Japanese company, I think. So then it's Wacom, not Wacom. And I know back in college, so we called them Wacom tablets. But now I've adjusted. I say Wacom. Whether that's right or wrong, that's what I've been doing now. See, now that I did that, I might have to change that line here. This one. I'll come back to that. I won't draw it in yet. I do like. It's one of the things I like to do is always have a line come into another line. Like, gives it a abrupt stop, but I don't know. There's something about that. The way to terminate a curve into another curve just kind of gets me in a good way. I'm gonna have to put my mic closer. I have to figure out my other source here. I can change my levels up, but I should be doing this closer to the mic. see. We got some of that. Now let's go into here. Into this lion mane of this dog. He has got some hair. We had to go all the way to Alabama to pick this guy up. He's a little car sick on the way to the airport. He did all right in the plane, but then when we would land and walk around the airport, he just would get motion sickness. And somehow it's something he still has. So even in car rides, we're trying to get him to not get sick. But he does it. He just does it. I don't know why. It's the first one of 5. We only have 3 currently, but none of them ever had car issues. Except for this little guy. You can see where my rough blue marks are, and I go back and fix them when I'm doing this part of it. Adjustments. And this is where I start reading between my thick lines and my thin lines, and have to grab the intent of the thicker one, and just refine it a bit. Not sure if the wife picks up on the mic as she's walking, talking. She's a good talker. Yeah, okay. So here. It's more pointed. So I think I'm going to pull this up to a little bit more point. So I'm seeing back there, or behind there. And you can see my pen. do. Okay, so oh yeah, let's get this little winger out there. That's intentional. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. If we take the dog and we take this off. Oh, look at that. Cleaning up. Cleaning up. Looks a lot better. Look at that. Getting there. He got his little paws. That's fun. Paws right here. Glad I exaggerated those. I think this line needs to be adjusted. I don't like that line right there. It kind of makes this look a little weird. Let's adjust this. And let's just add it right here. Still not connected, a little broken up. That works. I think. What's bugging me is this one. Okay. That's a little better. Okay, did I get his shoulders right? I don't think I. Oh, yeah, it was right in here. I just need to continue that across. Okay. That's funny. Okay. Good to go. Let's turn this back on. Okay, that's fine. No erasing. Let's make sure I'm right there. Okay, and we talked about his chest, right? His chest, like, if I was following a line, his chest would be here. It could come up this way, maybe. Don't wanna make him that big of a chest, let's see. Up in there. And hit same go down that way. Clean up the lines a little bit. Okay, and if we turn off, it gives him a bit more of an arc, especially if I kind of fix this bit here so it doesn't counter that arc too much. Okay, so let's see. I don't like the curvature in his back. I think the chest fix is good for now. Some extra lines on his in the negative space there, and then those will help. Got a few more I could see adding. I might erase some of his. Well, we'll see. I'm not sure. I like the way his face looks crooked here. His looks a little gimpy with his eyebrow here and nothing over here with that kind of line. Well, I mean, he does look that way. I mean, he is a weird looking dog, right? So, how do I fix that? Erase this a little bit. I don't need so much of that. And if we go back to the pen, just kind of like that. And I think it's actually just that extra brow line, so if I can erase some of that. Here. Yeah, those lines are pushing too close together. Got rid of some of the, what I call cuteness of this little guy. I wonder what it looks like if I, there we go. That's better. That's better, much better. Okay. Face is good, I think. What let's see, what around his mouth. Let's see, like his little nose up. So let's figure that out. I think what I need to do is erase some of this. Make that look better. Something like that. I don't erase it all because I want to see what it was. Turn it over. Okay. I think that works. I like that. Change. Adds a little detail, subtracts a little detail, just like that. Yeah, okay. So now, oh, his straight back. I like that. It's not too bad. His bump on his back. I think what it is, it's fine that it starts that way. Oh, excuse me. But I think it needs to. It needs to be like right here and then continue. Like so. Yeah, close. Come back to that. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully you can see kind of how this is shaping up, right? Like we're, start with the blue lines because they're not definite, and then go back in with the darker stuff to really define what I'm seeing and how I want it. And now raised up his chest. To see what that looks like. Little dog. Okay, so let's rotate this so I can better draw on it. And right there. Here we go. Actually, move my mic a little bit closer. Still kidding. We'll leave it there for now. Too crazy. Oh man, it's almost time to eat. What time is it? Oh, I got an hour and a half in so far. I might as well keep going with this. Seeing where we get. At least get the black in everywhere. I think that's where we'll end up with the woody bit anyway. Okay, let's bring this in. I did do adjustment down there. So. Let's see if I can better match it without even looking. What I call instinct, right? Okay. Right here. Got extra. So what I want to do, since it's his ribs, I kind of gotta change this line. I'm gonna go up here and start on this right away, just to get it. I always find it fun when you got such a thick line that you can start on the outside of the line and work your way through to the other side of the line and create a different curve altogether. I guess what you could say, I do very iterative layouts, right? I build on top of the next one and build on top and keep pulling, drawing more, adding more. We all know what this is. Oh, that's one thing I gotta set up. I gotta remind myself. My Discord channel. Yeah, it does work. It's there. I just haven't updated it in a while. I gotta get my announcements figured out so they happen when I start streaming. Get everything else figured out. Okay, let's rotate back. I'm gonna do a few of these. I'm not gonna do many of these. Little tail curvatures here. Let's see. Certainly not correct mostly. I wouldn't even say those blue ones are actually guides because they're not. I'll just toss them in there as placeholder to do something more like this. We'll see what that looks like when I turn the blue layer off. And, okay, so let's see. Now zoom out. See it all, and we're gonna turn the main layer off. And what do we have? Close. So I think what I can do, I like his bottom. His body is arched weird. And to come across the middle like it is. So I wonder using this app I've never used before. Can I transform? Transform tool. Okay. Oh yeah, so I can do this. Flatten them out a little bit and move them down a little bit, I think. There we go. So now if I look at this, there he is. There we go. Okay. That's the initial sketch, right? There's a lot more I want to add, so I'm going to do that. I might actually go this weekend and finish him up. So stay tuned this weekend as I, hell, it might even be tomorrow right away. Just to kind of finish up the lines here. You can kind of see, I guess this would be the best example of what I am going for and for the whole thing, right? Like obviously there's a big, huge like gap in this middle here that we'll have to figure out. We're not going to get that density of his chest hair, which is fine, but we'll get something added in here and then breaking up this line here and adding in, well, you know, adding in some of these extra lines on the top like I did with the bottom part. So there's a bunch of extra little lines to add in. If you look at where my cursor is, there it is. So like I can accentuate opacity, that. Why am I not seeing drawing? I just, for some reason, I'm not seeing my color. Where are you? Brush, size, color is black. It just doesn't want to paint. Okay, but anyway, so you get it. So like adding some lines up in here, pulling in some more, subtracting some lines through here, and then we'll get something like this on the top as well, with an interesting bit in the middle. So a lot more to do. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's joined. You know, go ahead. You know, make sure you like and subscribe and all the nonsense that people do. If you want to keep watching, this is just the second phase of this project, and I got to finish this phase. I have a whole nother Luna to show you, another dog. Doing two of them this way, and she's next to do the sketching part of it. Then the next phase after that is really, I really like to play with color in the computer for a while and kind of get my color scheme, what I want to do before I actually, even before I even build a canvas and ready to go. So I already know what size these are. These are going to be, what are they, 30 by 40 inches. And so that's the size I'm planning these canvases to be. Yeah, then acrylic is after that. So quite a few steps, but it's a fun little process. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time, whenever that might be.